What if Ted Lasso was a true story and set in American Samoa? Well, you get Taika Waititi's new film. Let's get into it. Hello there, Clapperheads, and welcome to a brand new edition of ClapperCorns. I am Nick Dorian. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about Taika Waititi's new film, Next Goal Wins. It's safe to say the sports world has a plethora of stories waiting to be told on the big screen, and this one kind of fell by the waylines a little bit. But not in the eyes of Taika Waititi, who decided to bring this underdog story to the big screen. Next Goal Wins tells the unbelievably true story of Thomas Rongen, a Dutch-American football coach who gets sent to American Samoa to coach their football team after a massive loss against Australia at the World Cup qualifiers. Now, this is an underdog story that audiences love. We've seen it in films like Cool Running and Bad News Bear, and of course the aforementioned Ted Lasso TV series on Apple+. And if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you watch Ted Lasso. It will make you cry, it will make you laugh, it will make you think, it will make you feel so many things, and it is such a great series. And following in those footsteps, Next Goal Wins is a perfect underdog film. It reminds you to never give up, keep fighting for your dreams, and have an overall positive energy, even though you may be at a losing streak. It's a heartwarming tale that we all can relate to, something that can remind us that in the face of adversity, we should keep on fighting because that goal is right there in our midst. Taika Waititi, of course, brings his trademark humor into the story, which works, but at the same time has its disappointments as well. While you will be entertained with the humor and the heart of this film, there are two stories that I wish were brought more to the table. And to be honest, I kind of wish followed a different character instead of Thomas Rongen. Now, Michael Fassbender does a fantastic job of playing Thomas Rongen, the coach who was almost fired, but then got sent to the American Samoa team instead. This is a man that's trying to battle his grief by using his love of football to mask those pains. This is a character that I think a lot of us can relate to. Unfortunately, Taika doesn't quite delve into it as much as I would like. This is a character we could see a lot more from, but we're just scratching the surface of it. Seeing him deal with his anger and his alcoholism while at the same time trying to coach this football team, and there are those moments where he gets that spirit lifted, but I felt that could be more emotionally punched if Taika took the time to really delve into that character work. Now, as I mentioned about following another character, while it's great that we follow Thomas Rongen throughout this journey, but it's already kind of been done with Ted Lasso. As I mentioned before, this is very much Ted Lasso set in American Samoa. Waititi has sort of lifted that story and placed it in here. There's nothing much different, if I'm honest with you, which is such a shame because you have one character you could delve so much more and use that as a waypoint. Now, within this football team was their captain, Jaya Salua, who was actually FIFA's first ever transgender football player. As much as people don't know the American Samoa football story, I guarantee a lot more people don't know about Jaya's story, which is such a shame. I didn't know, and after watching this film, I wanted to know more. I think Taika missed a huge opportunity here not bringing Jaya's story to the forefront of this film. Rather than focus on an American coach trying to bring a struggling team back up, which I said has been done before, you could have focused on Jaya's transgender story being a football player and how that played out. While it's perfectly alright to talk about the American Samoa football team and show us this story, I think he could have delved so much more into Jaya's backstory and the struggles she must have faced being a transgender within this very masculine world. And like I said before, she was the first non-binary and trans woman to compete in a FIFA World Cup qualifier. What were the struggles she faced getting to that point? And how did she feel being on that world stage representing a whole community? Hers is a story I'm sure is desperate to be told, and Taika really missed an opportunity with that one. At the end of the day, Next Goal Wins is a highly entertaining watch. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna be moved, you're gonna be inspired. There's a lot going for it. Just a few little disappointments, but still a lot going for it. So I would highly recommend you watch this film as soon as possible. Next Goal Wins is now available on digital, so go and catch yourself a copy, or if you want, you can wait until March 27th when it will be streaming on Disney+. And as always, you can check us out on all social media. It's all on the screen at the moment: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course YouTube. Please make sure you go and follow and subscribe to those social medias for more updates. Thank you so much again for watching. I am Nick Dorian, and until next time, keep watching the movies.